It's Arukh Shulchan. You're there. Simmons Yudalad Sif Yudalad to Yud Zayin. Day 61 of the Supplemental Arukh Shulchan Yomi series. Now, yesterday we said that the an aver doesn't give birth to an aver, and therefore even some aver is uh, problematic in the mother animal. It's not problematic in the child animal. It's a catch. Yudal. Raki in terms of chalav uberzeh, the milk of this fetus. She got a men aver of which an aver has come out. In the keba even is gadla if it's a female and grew up and now it's imparting milk. Have a second it's a suffix. The chav ain't them uber. The milk is not like a fetus. The uber bar mikoch aim. The fetus comes on account of the mother. But the milk comes from it itself. Can yesh b'chol taruvis cholam min aver also. So that's the case in the milk. There's a mixture of milk which corresponds to the forbidden limb. For Anna Kamala, we hold that chav shel trefa also the milk which comes from a trefa is also. For Chinami here area aver yudinuk trefa. The limb has the status of trefa. So therefore all the milk should be also. Or is possible down the trefa. Perhaps it's not like a trefa. Shebe'etzem trefa, which is a trefa, has a chalei shein trefa in the entire animal. Shaking Aver says supposed to slim after Torah Sarasa Kajay, but then the Torah asks this limb as if it's a trefa. Come Isuro ain't eliminate tar for trefas. It's not a question of trefas because there's no matter mortal wound here. Elishuk Aver mean achai. It's like a limb off a living animal. Well, Aver Achai is not a problem for milk. All milk comes from Aver Achai. It's a live animal being milk. But Torah permit you to eat milk. What do we care if this milk comes from this limb? Shugan Aver Achai was also Aver Achai. No comparable. Any animal, even though it's Aver Minachai now, it has permissibility eventually with Shechita. However, said, but this or this limb, ain't no head to B'Shechita. It can't become Mermut to B'Shechita. Like we said, therefore it's a suffix alocha. But also a cholav of milk is also meat now suffix account of the suffix. That's in the Gemara. Chaim Pasuk called a Peskim, all the Poskim Pasuk, Chaim Pasuk Atur, Vashukra, Sif Hey. He says back as a beer custom PDV around the explanation he explained based on the Ran. Test Vav. Omer, there are those who say, came in a time isu since the prohibition is like treif milk, which are mixed into kosher milk. To the milk corresponding to the Aver, got mixed in the milk of the rest of the body. If we estimate that there's 60 times in the entire animal negative Aver corresponding to that limb, that's mevatel that limb's issue. So then. Mutter. Milk is permitted. Shreikol is a bata b'shishim, and he prohibition is bata on 60. Let's listen back. Yeshlam said, there's those argue, they say, the me emer kama holy cholav aver. Who knows how much milk was on account of this specific limb? The yesh aver katan shemoli harbe cholav. There's a small limb which produces a lot of milk. The milk comes on account of the blood. There's a large organ which does not have much blood. There's a small organ which has a lot of blood. It's 1,000 shach. Those made for another reason. The need change stuff. Grant is a question. We have 60 corresponding to the limb. Nonetheless, ain't the Raksavi the Rabbanan, 27 Rabbanan, the min b'minahu. The rice of all milk is milk. That's min b'mino. The Torah bought the brov, mean the rice. All you need is a simple majority, not 60. Rabbanan tzikul shishim. Rabbanan required 60. Now since it's fake Rabbanan, we be lenient. That's a shach. No number came, but if that's the case, Lam Pascha Paskin Dins the Chumra. Why should Paskin Paskin the Chumra? Nema. Let's say Shemei Shishim is a sick. Maybe there's 60. Second Rabbanan Kula. The Slavic Rabbanan is 60. Now as a Kula. The Rova that Yesh Keneged Aver. There's certainly a majority. The rest of the animal corresponds that whatever organ came out, limb came out for Shechita. Mutter Minator. It's Mutter Midaraisa. It's a short question. But furthermore, he came not to call suffix not to call fake sveiko. We can also admit it. I count as fake sveiko. The Gemara yesh suffix ikar yisur comes goes out, and the Gemara has a question about the primary yisur, as we said. And the previous sif in Tim Sam list, you say it's also shema yeshishi, maybe the 60. The prima garden question. Elvadai called the davar shu milavanenu. There's much anything which is in front of us. Amy called Lamano Shiro, and we don't have the capacity to reckon its mass. Gami Rabban ain't no chilaka. Even by Rabban, go leniently. Wow. You came b'chol inyan also, so it's also no matter what. We don't take our lack of capacity to measure to be a valid second suffix. Tesai v'gam ikar bittul, also in terms of the primary bittul, which we're proposing here. Some say the lo shayach kan bittul lo baroblo, but shishi no bittul. Not a majority, non-60. It's Mishnah Melech. The bittul lo shayach l'davar shehu no nikar b'tchil mivnat. So bittul, he says, only in something where you can. It was distinct by itself initially. Chakan decide. It got mixed in. Something which came to the world as a mixture. Lo shayach b'seh bittul. Fascinating swirl. So Mordechai named Rabbeinu Mishul. On the Nibi Artu Siatat Shai, but Evan as a Simon Kufsan, that's even in Zion, we did not learn this. Lomi as far as do Ella, but Dovish Ainu Nikar, Motam Umovam. This is the only way you don't know how it came about. I literally don't know its source and how it came in. That's not literal. Literal is how it came out, how it went back in. But anyway, Bria, but is recognizable from the way it's created. That's the way it grows. Shabbos bittul is relevant. Therefore, by kilayim, when you take a perforated flower pot and you pass it through the vineyard, and when you have a majority of spring water as opposed to rainwater and mikveh, shach bittul shein b'hem shir is bittul when they don't have a shir shalavat lon, which would not, they don't have a shir which can't be negated. So therefore, it says bittul would be shach. So the bracket said he brings down the Behuda, and not going to help us. You'd say, came Shen Uber Tar Shchita, so he was saying his Martin milk on Suffolk, because the Suffolk about the world. Came Shen Uber Tar Shchita, and Nita Bashita, see, most instruments not require Shchita, so it's permitted by the mother Shchita. Therefore, I feel him Hoshit Yodolamea, if you extend your hand into the womb, and you cut pieces off the fetus so the milk left in there. These pieces are permitted to eat. The Torah permits them. It's an animal and another animal. It's okay, but the animal itself sounds like that. If you extend your hand into the intestines, and you cut off one of its limbs, which won't make a trafe. Such as from the spleen, from the kidneys. Left in there. Then you check the mother. The piece of awesome shum the the animal in the animal made of not the animal itself. For the in the animal you should eat. We expound. The animal when it's a whole. Not when it's lacking. If you cut from the fetus inside of it, then mutar b'chil eat. Meaning from the spleen, from the kidneys, also b'chil not allowed to eat of it. Zet cloud is in principle. Davar shebegufa also saying which is part of the mother's body, and you cut it, it's also shebegufa that which is not part of the mother's body. Even if you cut it, mutar, it is permissible.